Dun, 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 dun. My gorgeous Virgolini, now it's time for action. Listen to me very carefully, because at the beginning of this week, you are going to have this message, this news. You're gonna be so happy. Oh my God, I cannot even describe this, to be quite honest with you, this level of happiness you're going to have. I think you've run into some kind of difficulties lately, and I'm keep on seeing this. I think you run into some kind of difficulties lately, my gorgeous Virgolini. It is to do with the sudden change in circumstances you've had. And I think that as soon as you became aware of this sudden change of circumstances in your circumstances, as soon as you became aware of it, you were like kind of hoping that this is not happening, this is not happening, and this is not happening. And then you got to the point where things went so far with everything in your life, and then you got to the point, oh my God, I became aware of this negative change of circumstances. I haven't done anything I haven't done anything to try to make this situation better, and because you didn't even like to think about it whatsoever. And then slowly but surely you were reaching this point, you were reaching this stage in your life where you are, oh my God, you became like really kind of maybe a little bit anxious, maybe a little bit stressed, and maybe a little bit scared, you know. And this in itself was kind of evident quite a lot, especially within the last couple of months. Within the last couple of months, there was some kind of a bit of an anxiety that you've actually had quite a lot. And I don't blame you. It really is to do with an aspect of your life where you had this negative change in circumstances. Everything was going great for ages. And then when this negative change in circumstances hit you, you know, you were like, oh my God, you were completely like kind of spaced out, to the point where you were hoping that all this is gonna kind of resolve itself by itself. And kind of partially you're true. Partially this is true, and it's difficult to explain this completely, but at the beginning of this week, this positive message you are going to have, oh my God, this is what this positive good news, this message is gonna be all about. Because you're gonna be, on one hand, you're gonna be so happy and so excited, but on another hand, you're really gonna feel like, oh my God, you know what, I've been through so much, I wanna have a little break, I wanna chill out, I wanna relax a little bit. And you know what, my gorgeous Virgolini, if you do feel like that you need to have a little break and relax, please do it. Please do it. Do it immediately, because you've been through so much, you've been through a lot within the last year or so, and it's just so important to keep on like protecting our own energy. And I know it sounds so corny, like, oh yeah, have a little break and relax. No, baby, no. We need to nurture our soul. We need to nurture our spirit, and in order to do this, certain breaks every now and then are ever so important. To do something that it's really good for your spirit, for your soul. Maybe spend some time in nature and things like that for a day or two, for example. But if you do feel like you do need a little break, because I know that you've been through quite a lot, and this good news is going to be so positive, you know, and so good for you. And if you do feel like, oh my God, not before, because that's how you're going to feel like, oh my God, I've been through so much, now I want to have just a little mini break before I carry on. Oh my God, for the love of God, if that happens, just go for it. If you feel like that organically, you need to understand that this is so important to nurture your spirit and nurture your soul, to clear your head, to clear your mind. But at the same time, my gorgeous Virgolini, if you do go to have a little break, there is some kind of a mind-blowing insight going to come to you. Some kind of mind-blowing insight, some kind of a mind-blowing realization. You're gonna be reminded of this specific aspect of your life that you kind of forgot about, something. You're gonna be reminded of something that needs like an urgent attention and care. But it is ever so important at this stage of your life. It is ever so important when it comes to you moving forward. It is ever so important when it comes to you turning a new page here, turning new leaf, my gorgeous Virgolini. So this in itself, it's important. important. And I suppose if you do have this sudden, if you do have this sudden need for break, this is definitely 100% a sign for you that not only you need a little break to clear your head right now, because what's to come it's like, oh my God, what's to come is like, my God, help. No, I'm joking. No, but it's not only the sign that you need to clear your head, but it's also a clear sign that you are going to be reminded of something that you forgot about, but it's important. It's like something that you forgot about, something that you may need to maybe bring to an end, and it's just so imminent when it comes to this good news, for example. Do you get what I mean? So this is going to be completely connected. But going back to this amazing news you're going to have, I'm so happy for you. I can feel this energy. I can feel this vibration. I know how important this is going to be for you. I'm keep on saying that you've been like really worrying quite a lot lately. You've been worrying quite a lot about several different things, but especially this. And when you get this good news, this positive news, this is to do with things you were worrying about, and it's to do with that negative change in circumstances you've had within the last year. And of course, it's to do with a vision, with your own vision, how you want your life to be. It was put on hold. So now this is going to be such a powerful moment of your own readjustment, of your own realignment, okay? So this good news is not only like, oh yeah, this problem came to an end. No, baby, no. This is your sign. This is your green light that now you can finally carry on with one of the most important plans you've ever had. And this plan is a lot to do with your life in general, with your lifestyle, and with things that you're thinking about on every day. Thinking about on daily basis, you know, but you just couldn't do anything about it. So the level of frustration was 5,577. You know, you were really frustrated. So this is why you're going to feel like, oh my God, thank God. Now I can carry on with my plan. Now I can carry on with my vision. And my advice is you need to carry on with it. You need to do something about it immediately. There is a certain step you're going to need to make that you couldn't make before in order to keep going. And you need to do that now. Remember, this is to do with a certain plan that means to you so much that you were like kind of prevented from following because of this negative change in circumstances a year ago. Within the last year, you had to put certain plans on hold. Now this has come to an end. Do you understand how important this is going to be? This is to do with you following the call of your soul. This is to do with you following your spiritual journey. This in itself is to do with things in life that are so unique to you. If you want to live in the middle of the forest, hello, like me, I'm gonna do this as soon as I possibly can. If you want to live in the middle of the forest, you know, just by yourself, and everybody's saying, oh, you are crazy, just go for it, you know, if you can. Do you know what I mean? This is a lot to do with your pure, clear essence when it comes to your spirit wanting the best for you, but also at the same time, this is going to show things that are unique to you, things that are original to you. Every single one of us is so similar, as we are all beautiful spirits, but then every single one of us is ever so different. So it really depends which essence this is going to like really enhance and make you aware of, you need to reconnect with as well. So you are gonna need to make a certain step, and you are going to. And I want you to understand why this is important to do it now. Do not fall into this route where you're gonna be like, oh yeah, I can do that next week, I can do that in 2 weeks' time. No, baby, no. This is your life. This is your spiritual journey. And for once in your life, my gorgeous Virgolini, you need to put yourself as a number one. There is someone who's going to be draining your energy at the same time. And I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just somebody who needs lots of energy from you. Somebody who needs, somebody who is in your life, but somebody who has been draining energy from you a little bit lately because they are dealing with certain problems themselves, like terrible, big, massive, giant problems. Some kind of criminal or something this person in your life is dealing with. Someone is trying to do something to the person in your life, and it's like almost like criminal, seriously. That's how hard this is for that person. It's very difficult, but you still have to like really make the most of your own time. You have to put yourself as a number one. Okay, put all your energy towards what you want to do, and then you can help to these people in your life. That's fine, but first of all, you just need to put yourself as a number one. Okay, and try to keep your focus towards this, because there is something you're going to need to make, a certain step, certain move, and this is going to be major. And the reason why you need to do it now, why not in 2 weeks time? Because if you do it now, you're going to be in the flow. You're going to be unrestricted, regardless how this looks like to you, regardless what's going on in your life, regardless what's happening in your life. Even if you're working like 24/7, like every minute, every hour, you are still going to be able to do this. Why? Because this, remember, I told you, is to do with your spiritual, connected to your spiritual essence, which means that you are right now, what's happening right now, you're finding yourself on this divine path. You're finding yourself, this is, right now, this is about divine intervention. This is divine intervention, my gorgeous Virgolini. Okay, divine intervention, it's about to take place as soon as you have this positive news, okay? Divine intervention is about to take place. Why? Because you are finding yourself on your own path towards your own destiny. And this is why it's important to reflect on like something unique you will follow, that only your soul and only your spirit can guide you. And maybe lots of people will not even be able to understand, but this is important. This is big, okay? So this is all going to lead towards you making such an important decision. So you are going to make some kind of a step. There is something really specific you're going to need to do. Okay, maybe to explore something, maybe to find out something. There is something important you're going to need to do immediately. You're going to need to dive into it. And as soon as you do this, couple of days later, you are going to have another positive outcome. Not only positive outcome, but also the clarity and the beginning of such a beautiful unfoldment in your life. And you will be able to make a really important decision. Oh my God, you will know what this is because you're moving forward with your life. Finally, you're going to be able to do what you were planning, what you were dreaming about, what you were thinking about for so long. Maybe you were even talking to those people in your life for so long about this, but you didn't do anything. Maybe you were driving them mad. Bless your heart, But at the same time, you're going to make such an important decision, the right decision, and there is somebody going to be also around you, like a specific person who is going to give you a really wise advice. There is a really wise advice you are going to get from somebody really wise in your life, like your family member or a best friend. But if this is a best friend, then this is like somebody who you know for like an eternity, for somebody who you know for absolute ages, because I do see this person as a family member. And if it's not a family member, it's a friend you know for absolute ages, who is going to be keep on inspiring you. And that particular person is also going to give you such a remarkable advice, like a really wise advice. So we are talking about someone so wise here. I think this person is really spiritual and really intelligent and really wise indeed. And so this is going to be this decision that you're going to make after you have this advice. I mean, you would make this decision anyway, but this advice, it's only going to make everything so much better for you anyway. So the moment in time you make this decision, that moment in time, your life is going to become so much more practical. You're realigning yourself with yourself, and you're putting your energy towards what you should be putting your energy towards. Remember, it's to do with your personal spiritual essence. You cannot go wrong whatsoever. So on one hand, your life is going to become immediately more practical, but then on another hand, you are making a really wise choice, a really wise decision. Oh my God, my gorgeous Virgolini, this decision that you are going to make, I will tell you this, that in 5 months time exactly, you will have a massive, a giant, a reason to have the biggest party of your entire life, because only then you will clearly understand what an ultimate change change in your life this is actually going to bring. Oh my God, in 5 months time you are going to have absolutely massive reason to celebrate, a massive reason to have the biggest party of your entire life. There are going to be certain collaboration right now at this stage of your life which are going to be ever so important. You're going to need to collaborate with a certain people you love for a while. You're going to need to collaborate with certain people you don't like as well for a while, but that's all part of it. And you know, you're going to realize sorry, that decision that you're going to make, remember, it's all about the plan that you know, the major plan in your life. It's all about your vision, how you want your life to be. My God, this is going to be so big. One of the best readings I've done for you in a while, my gorgeous Virgolini, for sure, because I can feel this energy and it's pumping me up like there is no tomorrow. Seriously. So you will realize it's going to be a hard work. This is not going to be easy, because this in itself is going to lead towards every single aspect of your life. It's going to have some kind of a lifestyle change. But this is brilliant. This is so important. This is so needed. But you need to, and the sooner you commit yourself to it fully, the sooner you commit yourself to it fully, the sooner you will transform your life. The sooner you will transform your life. And this is why this is going to be so important. You're going to feel optimistic. You're going to feel happy. You're going to feel re-energized. You're going to feel so positive. You're going to feel like, oh my God, you want to suddenly, you're going to feel so revived, and now suddenly you're going to start missing a lot of people in your life that you haven't seen in absolute ages, like a certain family members perhaps, or certain friends. You're really going to start to realize how much you value those people in your life, those real people in your life, your family members and your best friends, for example. And that in itself is going to give you a little spiritual slap at that moment in time, because you're going to realize that this negativity was affecting you in such a way for a while, where you got disconnected with the people in your life a little bit. And that's not good. That's not good, you know. But it's always a reason for it. There is always a reason for it. Every time when we feel disconnected with certain people in our lives that we love, that means that something is bothering us. So this is also your clear sign how much this has been like kind of making you worry. You know, it affected you quite a lot actually. And also, my gorgeous Virgolini, at around the beginning of this week, do you know what? there is a I know I mentioned that person before that I mentioned in your life. Someone is going through something very difficult, and I said to you that you have to like really put yourself as a number one. But I'm not saying to ignore this. I'm not saying to avoid this, because this is to do with somebody gorgeous in your life and somebody who you love so much. So yes, I will just mention quickly that one specific person in your life is having a terrible problems, and yes, you need to help them as much as you can, because you're very smart, you're very intelligent, you're very clever, you're very sharp, you're very intuitive. I didn't say to you before not to help to that person. I just said to put yourself as a number one, and then later you help this person, because that person is still, regardless, going to need your help. But you just need to like kind of like pay attention to the way you're going to protect your own energies, and you're going to protect your own energies in such a way where you first deal with what you need to deal with, and then later that person is going to need your help. You need to understand that that person, someone is trying to do something criminal, or someone has been doing something criminal to somebody in your life. Yeah, one of the major people in your life, either your partner, either your best friend, either your family member. Someone has been working behind that person's back, a group of people, and they're trying to take something that belongs to that person in your life. This is no fun whatsoever. This is terrible. So there is some kind of, you're going to realize that you both knew that there is something really major going on with that aspect of that person's life, but it's going to be worse than you both think. So this is also like kind of, you are going to have a really brilliant couple of suggestions for that person, and they're going to sound a little bit like kind of abrupt, these suggestions, and they're going to sound maybe like a little bit aggressive. But I don't mean aggressive like boom boom, that you want to like slap someone or something. No, please don't get me wrong. Aggressive as being direct with certain people, maybe the way that person needs to speak to the certain people. That person needs to harden up and and put their put their foot down, stand their ground. That's what I mean. That person needs to be a little bit more aggressive with this person that they're dealing with, or a group of people. Yeah, but something major is going on. And you're going to realize it's worse, both of you, it's worse than you actually initially thought. Something very complex, something really difficult, and something really messy that most likely it's only going to be able to be resolved through some kind of a court case or something like that. Someone official is going to need to step into this, because sometimes there are certain points in our lives when some bastards can be so bastardy, and some people can be horrible. They're beautiful people and they're horrible people, and I cannot stand horrible people. I can't stand people who do horrible things to other people. What can I do? I can't stand when someone takes from someone. Someone is working really hard all their life, and then you get this little bitch, just taking something from someone so easily behind their back. I just don't like thieves in general. I just can't stand them. So, yeah. Anyway, so please, that person is most certainly going to need your help, because you're so gorgeous and you're so smart and you're so clever. You are. We are special. I'm a little Virgolini myself, so we are special, we are different, we've got so much in us. It's true, I'm sorry, it's true. Yeah, so now the mid part of this week, my gorgeous Virgolini, at around the midweek, you're going to, what is going to happen? Something is really going to, first of all, you're going to have an unusual sign. First of all, you're going to have an unusual sign at around the midweek. It's going to be unusual. You know why? Because you're going to feel like someone or something is around you. You're going to feel, it's very difficult to explain, but you're going to feel like there is some kind of like a spirit or a guardian angel around you. You're going to feel, you will be by yourself, you will be doing something, or you will be on your way somewhere, but you're still going to feel like something or someone is around you. This is because you are going to be like guided by your spirit guide or your guardian angel, because what is actually going to happen, it's not about that. It's about you having a very unusual sign at around that time. So first of all, you're going to feel like, oh my God, someone is around me. You're going to feel like, I feel like someone is around me. And then at around that time, you're going to have such an unusual, such a strange, but a really beautiful sign. It's going to be very, very spiritual. And this sign is going to be very unique to you. So if there are 5 people standing and looking at the same direction, you would be the only one who would be able to notice this sign. And what am I trying to say is that when you see this sign, not that long after that moment in time, you are and you know what? Not that long after this moment in time, you're gonna discover something very, very interesting. You're gonna discover something you want to do. You're gonna discover something you wanna explore. And then you're going to think like, oh my God, no, I can't do it. No, snap out of it. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You need to snap out of it. Whatever you're going to realize here, whatever you're going to discover, whatever you're going to realize you want to explore, this is also so important for you to understand that in itself, it's such a powerful element here that you need to do. And you need to snap out of it immediately when you think like, oh, it's not the right time. There is something you're going to discover, something is going to inspire you, and something you will want to find out. There is something you will want to explore. And I need you to understand, by you exploring this, you're also at the same time taking the responsibility of your own life. At the same time, you are taking the responsibility of your own life, because this in itself, it's not only going to confirm such an important things to you, but this in itself, it's also going to open your eyes, whatever you want to explore, and you're going to realize even more, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? So this in itself, whatever you're going to discover, whatever you will want to explore, it's also going to be playing an absolutely huge role when it comes to you taking a charge of your own life. you know, but it's not going to be as taking responsibility of your own life, but it's not going to be obvious straight away. And another thing also, you are going to escape disaster. I know, you're going to escape disaster. You're going to escape some kind of a disaster. Okay, so this is why this is going to be so important. On one hand, you will escape some kind of disaster, some kind of an unexpected bad situation, something that you were already kind of thinking about, or something that you were already kind of aware of. So you will escape some kind of a disaster, but then on another hand, you are gonna go towards, you know, things that are gonna be so rewarding for you and so positive for you. I mean, come on. Of course, this is going to be really important indeed. And also, my gorgeous Virgolini, you need to be really careful at around the midweek. There is this particular person. Nothing wrong with this person. One particular person is going to offer something to you. You know, one particular person is going to offer something to you. And you are going to feel like kind of deeply moved. But you will not go for it. You will not go for it. It's not about what this person is going to offer to you, but it's more about you realizing how powerful you really are. You realizing how amazing you really are. And this is really going to make you feel courageous, and it's going to give you confidence, and you are going to be like kind of deeply moved. This is going to mean to you so much. Sometimes there are certain things that are offered to us. Sometimes there are certain opportunities we have. And we feel ever so flattered, but that doesn't mean that, you know, we need to go for this. That doesn't mean that we need to go for this. It's more like, oh my God, I must be really good if this was offered to me, or something like that. You're just going to realize how powerful you really are. That's where you're going to feel deeply moved. But this in itself, it's really also going to mark the beginning of the next phase in your life, because there is an idea you're going to have. There is an idea that you're going to have, that it's going to come out of it. And this is going to be really, really interesting. So first of all, you're offered something that you don't want, but you're really flattered. But then you're going to realize that there is an idea that you're going to have because of that, something that you will be able to do. You know, I know it sounds really weird, but you will know at the same time that, you know, the next phase of your life, it's about to begin. And this is absolutely brilliant, the time of your own transition. Absolutely brilliant, my gorgeous Virgolini, in so many different ways. And by the time you get to the last part of this week, absolutely brilliant opportunity. Now we are talking. Now you're gonna have a brilliant opportunity, and this brilliant opportunity, it's more about you grabbing this with both of your hands, because you will know that by you taking this opportunity, you're gonna speed up everything. You're gonna speed everything up I've said so far. This opportunity is going to be so big because it's going to allow you to speed things up in your life. This opportunity is going to be brilliant. It's something that is going to blow you away. It's something that you expected, but you did not expect this. You did not expect this yet. So this is going to bring a nice element of surprise, which is going to leave you feeling like very confident. And the reason why it's important for you to feel confident here is because you're going to feel confident in order to make the necessary compromise. Okay, an opportunity. This opportunity is going to make you feel confident in order to make the necessary compromise. This compromise is more important than you can possibly imagine, because this compromise is to do with something that has come to an end a long time ago. This compromise is to do with something that has been draining your energy for way too long. This compromise is to do with some kind of a passion of yours that came to an end ages ago, which is not a bad thing. It means that you're ready for new horizons, But until we establish what this is, we're not going to be able to move on. So the bottom line is, this ain't no compromise, like a bad compromise. I can't even call it like this. It's to do with you being able to finally, and to have a confidence to deal with this restriction. Oh my God, this terrible restriction. I don't know why you're going to realize only now at the end of this week how bad and how big this restriction was. Only now you're going to realize this, because at the same time you are going to get rid of this little bastard here, but at the same time something bad is going to come to an end. Something bad is going to come to an end with this restriction as well. This is marking the end of a very, very difficult journey in your life, really, because this restriction started to affect your personality. You know, this is why this is so important, and this is going to be leading now this is going to be leading towards like you, like within the next 7 or 8 weeks already, you are going to be having such a big achievement when it comes to this particular opportunity that gave you confidence to make this compromise in the first place. Within the next 6 or 7 weeks, I know I'm going 6 or 7 weeks, I know, but within the next 6 or 7 weeks, you are, oh my God, you are going to have a massive achievement when it comes to that opportunity. Do you know why? You're going to have a brilliant, another mind-blowing news, a big, massive achievement. And this big, it's not only about this big achievement, but this massive crossroads you are going to find yourself at, this massive crossroads, and you will realize, oh my God, you're going to need to make like a major choice, major decision, and you're going to be grateful to yourself that you actually did all this, that you decided to make this compromise, you decided to go for this opportunity, because none of this would actually happen. So you're going to find yourself on this major compromise and a major crossroads, and then you will see how important was this actually for you to do. Because if you were still having this restriction, for example, in 6 or 7 weeks time, you would never be able to forgive this to yourself. You would never be able to forgive this to yourself. This is why this is going to be so big, because at the same time you are about to turn your life around, and in exactly 9 months time, after you take this opportunity on, in exactly 9 months time, you will be able to buy a huge reward. You will be able to get a huge reward, or you will be able to maybe buy something major for yourself. Materialistically, this is going to be absolutely brilliant, and especially when it comes to the beginning of such a beautiful change in your life. Like, oh my God. So now, my gorgeous Virgolini, I'm going to see what is going to be a tarot card of the week. Let's see. What is going to be a tarot card of the week, my gorgeous Virgolini? What is going to be a tarot card of the week? Let's see. Okay. Oh, surprise, 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 surprise. Look at this. Transformation. The beginning of a beautiful transformation, my gorgeous Virgolini. Very, very important stage of your life indeed. Just remember, you know, it's about like basically, you know, it's the beginning of a transition, and at the same time you need to remember, you know, that one phase of your life, well, but the bottom line is that one phase of your life is coming to an end, and another phase of your life is about to begin. There you go. The beginning of such a beautiful transformation. Okay, one phase of your life is coming to an end, and I think that's going to be absolutely obvious, and another phase of your life is about to begin. Welcome back, my gorgeous Virgolini. You have no idea how much I love you. Mwah. Okay, my gorgeous Virgolini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye. The reason why I think moss agate is ever so powerful, because the moment in time you put on this really powerful pendant, that moment in time your intuition is enhanced. At that moment in time, you start noticing signs you've never noticed before. At that moment in time, you become so creative. Why? Because Moss Agate is ever so powerful when it comes to you coming out of your comfort zone, when it comes to you coming out of your self imposed prison, when it comes to you opening your mind, and when it comes to you understanding what exactly do you need to explore, what exactly do you need to do. And on top of that, there is this crazy courage you have when you wear this powerful pendant. It makes you very courageous, which is ever so important when it comes to us needing to take certain risks in our lives. Lots of people don't like to take risks, but sometimes people miss out so much in life because they do not want to take a risk. And this powerful crystal is never going to guide you towards you taking a risk that is not going to be good for you. This powerful crystal, it's only going to be guiding you towards you taking the risk, which is ultimately going to change your life forever. And on top of all that, it's like you just like kind of when you wear moss agate, you also start feeling this inspiration again. This is, you wear it and you start becoming inspiring. Things that you see inspiration in things you didn't see inspiration in before. And this helps you to understand and find out so much about yourself and about your life and about spirituality in general. It is very, very important, crystal, when it comes to, being really positive, when it comes to your mind, for example. And also, when it comes to moss agate, my gorgeous people, it's brilliant when it comes to physical healing as well. Absolutely brilliant. I highly recommend to everybody to actually have this, because at the end of the day, this crystal does helps you a lot with your own awakening, and this in itself, it's like it cannot be bad. This in itself, it's all essential and also important when it comes to us reconnecting with ourselves on such a deep and spiritual level and getting the most out of this life, the most out of this spiritual journey. And it's also like if we are indecisive, oh my God, being indecisive is horrible. Like horrible. It's another thing that prevents us from moving forward in life. Moss agate is also ever so powerful when it comes to you making the right decisions at the right time. Because when you wear this, you're never indecisive. Okay? And indecisiveness can be just, as bad as like, us not taking a risk when we are meant to take it. So there are so many things that are so beneficial for us in this powerful little crystal indeed. This moss agate comes with gorgeous sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is going to be above me somewhere, or it's going to be in the description below, or you can just go and see on top of the comments. I pin my products on top of the comments as well. This is where you can buy this gorgeous and ever so powerful pendant. If you need something to re-energize you a little bit, if you need something to pick you up like almost instantly, then I strongly suggest you, my gorgeous people, to get something like Crazy Lace Agate, which is absolutely perfect when it comes to promoting in an instant happiness, when it comes to promoting vitality, and when it comes to grounding as well. This is absolutely like a perfect combination of things that are so necessary when it comes to our balance in general. Because at the same time, when you feel like really negative, when you feel really down, when you feel really sad, when you feel really spaced out, I mean, this life can be very, very difficult sometimes. I completely understand. But the problem is when we are dealing with certain things in life, then certain things have got like a negative impact on us. And our energy is like taken away from us without us even realizing. You know, sometimes we are so energized, sometimes we have so many ideas, sometimes we are so keen to do things, and sometimes we are complete opposite. When sometimes we are down, sometimes we are negative. So, you know, crazy lace agate, it's absolutely perfect, specifically when it comes to us not feeling good, when it comes to us not feeling right. You know, especially when this has been caused by the certain, you know, situations in our life, which is absolutely natural, absolutely normal. But we need to get on with our lives. We need to get on with our lives. So this is why crazy lace agate, it's absolutely brilliant, because it's instantly, and I mean instantly, going to pick you up. Not only, it's not only about happiness, it's not only about vitality, but it's about this energy that instantly like kind of picks you up so you can get on with your life. You know how precious this crystal is. Very, very powerful indeed. This crazy lace agate comes with sterling silver chain, okay? And the link to buy this is going to be above, or it's going to be within the description, in the description below, or you can simply go and see, it's going to be pinned on top of the comments as well, where you can buy this gorgeous and ever so powerful pendant, crazy lace agate.